if you follow me on Instagram, you know full well that this week I spent a couple of days building a couple of bikes. And today, we're going to look at bike number 1. Subscribers of the channel know that my wife has a Brompton. She uses it to ride to work every day and she loves it. The Brompton's been perfect for her and us because it's something we can fold up, put inside the house really easily, and she can just whip it out, get outside and get going. But she misses being able to ride off-road as well. So I've been thinking about building her a mini Velo for a very long time, and then just before Christmas my new friends at Kyoot Bike asked me if I fancied building one of those, so I said yes. So what Phil sent me was their turquoise frame and their wheel set. He also actually added a bunch of other things to the box. Some really cool t-shirts and a sweatshirt. He also sent me this envelope that included these cool pictures, Hot Wheels cars, a wallet, some beer koozies, a lot of stickers, Pokemon cards, a teeny tiny blue dinosaur, and an American flag with a Korean K-pop star. He said he just thought it'd be funny, and it was. I laughed for a very long time, but also spent a long time being very confused. Right then, I think there's only one more thing to do. We build it. Let's build it. Obviously the first thing we need to do here is unwrap this baby. The actual dropouts come attached to the frame already, and there's this extra on here if you're going to run it single speed or don't need the hanger. I gotta say, the finish on this bike is unreal. The glossiness of the paint, it is so shiny, it's unreal. I really dig the paint. The frame comes with internal routing for a dropper post. I haven't found one that I liked yet. I probably will upgrade it to one eventually, but for now we're just putting a standard post in. It's a very pretty bike. Right then, let's build this thing up, shall we? First things first, we're going to get the fork on and the bearings and headset and all that good stuff. It's an integrated headset which I've never used before. It is pretty obvious and quite easy to set up. This doesn't take anything special. It's just less parts to drop and have to hold in your hand whilst you're trying to put it all on. You all know what I'm on about. And then all the spacers available in the world I have used this week. But that's part of a mini Velo, isn't it? This big tall stack. The stem is from Raceface. I don't know which model it is, just Raceface in it. The actual wheels I did set up at one evening while sitting on the sofa. I find it quite relaxing putting wheels together when you're sat on the sofa, especially when they're brand new parts. So essentially we got some Smart Sams with tubes inside, and then these discs from, I can't remember who makes them, but they're purple, and I'm going for a little bit of a purple theme on some of the accents, which you'll see as we go along. The weather's been awful this week, so I do get caught in the rain quite a lot, but there's a lot more room outside, so I do bring it back out regularly. So we're going 9-speed 1136 tooth on the cassette. Now, I wanted to use this derailleur quite badly. I wanted to try the Qs out for ages, so I ordered and found a short cage, and I thought this will work perfectly. The one they sent me, on the other hand, is a long cage. I don't know what happened, but it's not the right derailleur. As I had all the parts in front of me, I figured I might as well just see how bad it was. You can see that it's basically hitting the floor, but I don't know. There's nothing I can do right now, so I might as well try it. But first, let's grab some bars, and sticking with that purple accent theme, I've had these Spanks knocking around for ages. They've been on a couple of bikes, but because they're massive rides, they don't really work or are necessary of everything. But for this, I think they're going to be perfect. These are currently 800mm wide, which is my kind of bars. I like big wide bars, who knows why, they just fit me well. My wife, on the other hand, I don't think she needs them to be this wide, so I will chop them down. Now, in true Craig style, we go on a little side quest. You may notice here that something's missing. The chain on this bike, it was like a ticking time bomb. It was gonna go at any time, and I pulled around the corner and bam, the chain snapped. Luckily, I had a chain knocking about. Annoyingly, all I needed was a quick link, and this bloody chain has one of those stupid pins in it, so it ain't gonna work. All I need right now is the cargo bike to be riding again, so I can, one, get it home where I have lots of different chains, and two, just be able to get my kids from school later on. So what I decided to do was essentially bodge it back together by half removing a pin, sticking the chains together, and then putting that pin back in. I was expecting that pin then to kind of be a little bit stuck and it to not ride very nice, but it's absolutely fine, and I've still got the cargo bike running chain like this, and it's been like almost a week, so I think it's going to stay like this. Gotta say, I do love having a cargo bike covered in stickers. On that note, anybody who has a mini Velo will always say they're probably the most fun bikes you can ride, and I agree, they're crazy fun. So much so, you should probably put a warning sticker on your bike. For example, warning, this bike was built for fun, please ride irresponsibly. Most of you have these stickers now, but if you don't, this is a great time to buy them, because Phil chucked in a bunch of cute stickers, including one that says, what does it say? Small wheels make my PP look bigger, which is one of the best stickers I've ever seen. I have tons of these. I'm going to put one in each order going forward until they run out. So great time to order stickers. That's all really. Let's go and finish the mini Velo. Okay, so the bars are all cut in right size. I did file them down to make them nice and kind of not so sharp, but I didn't film that part. By this point, I usually have the BB and the crank all on. For whatever reason, I decided to do it in a very different order than usual. But get a bit of grease in there, and then pop in the BB in. Go in square taper, mainly because of the crank that I want to use, which is this one. I took this off my Santa Fix the other day. One, because I think it will look good on this bike, and it was the only crank set I had that was a 42 chain ring, but also because I'm rebuilding that at the moment. I've got a little idea, but that's for future videos. So I thought long and hard about it, and I've decided I'm not even going to bother trying to make this work, because it's ridiculous. It's too long, it looks silly, and it just won't work. So I've ordered another derailleur group set, but that won't come for a couple of days. Do you remember that little tiny dinosaur that Phil put in the box? This one. Well, I thought it'd be quite fun to incorporate into the bike somewhere. I wasn't 100% sure where exactly, but I had a little idea involving a bottle cap and a special stem cap. And annoyingly, that's where I need to leave it. I need to wait for parts. Should we look at it for now though? Now, by the time you're watching this, I probably have the parts, but at least when making this video, I hadn't quite finished it, but I was keen to share it. I've been sharing videos on Instagram this week of the bike, so it only felt right to make a video. So that's where we are right now. For people wondering what I've ordered, essentially I decided to go with the radiator that I really wanted to buy originally anyway. It was the Advent X Shorty, I think it's called. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I couldn't find them anywhere when I was collecting parts from this, and then by some miracle they were available now, so I've ordered it. So it's just a case of waiting. You may have noticed that the brakes are on the bike. I started doing them, but my camera keeps dying. I've got an issue with the battery at the moment, need to sort that out. But essentially I've put the calipers on the bike, but the actual hoses, I haven't plumbed them in yet because I couldn't find any barbs. I have actually found them now, but I've also ordered some new ones, so whatever. So I started doing those. So that's the next video. The next video probably going to be in a few days' time, where I need to finish the brakes, get the derailleur all sorted out, and a few accessories that we'll talk about in the next video. But that's that. That's the end of the video, really. Now, if you are someone who's following me on Instagram, you know that I've been up to a lot this week, and that I have multiple bikes on the go, including this one. Now that's all I'm showing you of that bike so far, but it is a neutrino from Velo Orange. They were kind enough to send me one of those as well. I've been quite the lucky boy so far this year. If you're keen to see more builds, that one is actually coming tomorrow. So that's 2 videos this weekend you get, both mini Velos, one nearly finished, one pretty much finished. You'll have to see tomorrow. So if you don't want to forget about tomorrow, you should probably subscribe to the channel. It's this button here. I make videos every single week. Apparently this week we're having 2 builds in one weekend. Very, very cool. And if you can't wait until the next video, that one there is a particularly good one.